Will generative AI replace humans or developers? Think again. Here is what Thomas Domke, the CEO of GitHub Copilot, says. So, guys, as we cover about the basics of computer science, what does Thomas Domke says about it? He is the CEO of GitHub Copilot, and what does he say about whether you are going to be replaced or you still need basics? Just listen to him.
Gosh, I gotta say, 1 billion developers makes GitHub sound more like YouTube and TikTok than it is today. Just super exciting. Gotta ask you one question, perhaps the elephant in the room. Amazing talk. So you said the developer is still in charge. You also said we've had 3 leaps in 3 years. Fast forwarding a little bit, do you think humans will still need to be in the loop, or will these AI systems be able to autonomously build and maintain software?
You know, the way I always think about that and talk about it is that we called it Copilot for a reason. We need a pilot. We need a pilot that is creative, that can decide what to do. It's kind of like a Lego set. You need to take this big problem and break it down into smaller problems, into small building blocks. And for that, you need a systems thinker. You need a human that can figure out, am I building a point of sale system? Am I building an iPhone app? Am I building a cool computer game? Am I building the next Facebook? Those are very different systems. Now, these building blocks, they will grow in size. Today, it's a couple of lines of code, maybe a whole file. In the future, it might be a whole subsystem. So I get more work taking off my shoulders, but I'm still there, covering the large system. And as I mentioned, we're still running COBOL systems from the 60s. So we have lots of work to do.
Absolutely. So we will be in charge orchestrating these systems at a higher level of abstraction. Thomas Domke, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So as you heard Thomas Domke, that we still need to be in charge of the whole system. So as you heard him saying that you are still in charge, you are the pilot. So here is a roadmap of the learning path. I will share the appropriate link for the appropriate videos in the description in my YouTube channel for the corresponding subjects. But here is the roadmap. So first of all, the fundamentals: data structure, algorithms, computer system architecture. That builds the strong foundation and critical thinking and problem solving skills inside you. Once you understand the algorithms, the big O notation, how the complex problems are solved using various searching, sorting, and various algorithms. Then comes your computer system architecture that defines how the system architecture from the older times to the newer times are defined, and what are the different system architecture, what are the distributed system architecture, what are the CPU architectures, what are the registers, what are the ALUs, what are the NPUs, numerical processing unit, algorithm logical units, and what is the memory, what is the primary memory, what is the secondary memory, what is the virtual memory, and things like that. Then comes your operating system and networking. That builds the strong understanding of how code runs inside OS and networking, and it is especially useful for you to understand those fundamentals in the distributed and cloud environments. Then comes the programming language, where your GitHub Copilot helps you in lot of the basic stuffs which you are building. But nonetheless, your programming skills should be combined by the strong foundation of understanding the underlying concept of the programming language, be it C, C++, what are the variables, what are the loops, what are the constructs, what are the syntax, what particular frameworks, how does it work, and you become the master in the AI age by understanding this SDLC life cycle, the software development life cycle. Nowadays, the agile programming or agile way of doing development versus the traditional software development life cycle is the key. So you need to understand how the planning, how the requirement is gathered, how you design your system, how the high level design is being conducted, how the low level designing being conducted, how the DevOps or the testing is conducted, and how the deployment takes place through a CI/CD pipeline. Then comes your advanced technologies, what builds your strong foundational base of distributed system, cloud, machine learning, AI, data science, and all these things. This becomes your roadmap for introduction uh, for the AI as a tool, and it is not a replacement. That's what I wanted to say in ultimately. And will it replace your jobs? No. As Thomas Domke said, you will still be in charge, you will still be a pilot. So I am going to share some of the useful links from the various sources which I have combined for building these foundational knowledge. I will be uh, putting it in the description box, so you can go through them and build your foundational skills. Thank you very much for seeing this, and don't forget to like and subscribe this video.